what's going on, man? How y'all doing out there? I go by the name of Willie Waters.
I'm G-STAT, you know.
And we bringing something new to y'all, 2024. This is a new podcast. It's called Talk Dat. You know.
Yeah, we coming to Talk Dat, you know, so
Get closer to the mic, man, so they can hear you.
oh
Push
Lord.
you in.
Hold on. You know, this is our first episode too.
First episode,
you
mothers.
you gotta make sure everything. So we still working out the kinks, but we giving it to y'all raw. That's how it go. See what I'm saying? This Talk Dat, it's D.B.D entertainment. This behind the scenes, you may heard of D.B.D before.
Yeah.
These who be dealing with everything behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Still got a bigger camp out there, but this the foundation of everything was going on. So right now we got this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's called Talk Dat. This is becoming the Talk Dat. We ain't telling you the truth, our opinions, which may be Fox to us, be Fox to you too. We talking Fox and opinions, and we can give you all the real and eventually have other guys coming on doing the same. You know, giving their real story, you know. So we felt as though like the first episode, we want to give you our stories. This is our first episode, so you know, anytime when someone come on here, we ain't the same. This gonna be fully organic. We ain't, and everyone mess up in life. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't doing all that bougie stuff. This is just straight, raw, and organic.
Yeah.
You know, we giving you the real. So you know, yeah, it's Talk Dat. We come to Talk Dat, you know. I tell you that. You know, so
Would you want to start off with you or you want me to start?
Go ahead, you go.
Well, shoot. I go by the name of Willie Waters. Like I said before, my upbringing coming straight out of Bimini, Bahamas. You know, I moved to South Florida at a young age. After that, you know, I ended up going to school, college at FAMU University. Graduated with a degree in business administration. I just always knew from a little boy, like, but I couldn't wait for nobody else, dog. I had to have my own business. Coming from Bimini, an island like that, you always see people running their own business. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It ain't, I can tell you from experience, it ain't easy.
Mm-hmm.
And you could put in more time than you would punch in and punch out of the clock, but the rewards are more fulfilling when you own your own business. So,
so we'll bring you with. I mean, well, you did say Bimini,
yeah,
did that or whatever.
Yeah,
you know,
growing up, I saw a lot of that growing up in Bimini. You know what I'm saying? Like coming from a family, my mother's side, you know, they owned a laundromat. My father's side, they were entrepreneurs. You know, importing, exporting to Bimini from South Florida. So I got to see a lot of that. Really, that's all I know.
Right.
It was always like, but you got to make it happen because ain't nobody else can make it happen for you.
Right.
So
how you know you grew up? You went to school over here?
Yeah. I went to school.
How was that? Like, you know, you traveled home and you came here.
Yeah.
All right. So how was that like journey for you as far as like school is concerned over here? And like, how did that shape you? Like, what did you do in school? Like, what are some big things you might say? Like, oh, when I was in high school, I was doing this, or you know?
Yeah, like I think I was fortunate enough. I played sports in high school, football, a little bit of basketball. But from playing sports, it got me to understand like different cultures. You know, you on a football team where everybody from all walks of life, you get to see the whole spectrum. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but it was like me. I always had like a passion for music, like ever since the little boy. So, if you talk to anybody from back then who knew me or who went to school with me, when they see stuff like this, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's what he been doing."
Hey, hey, listen to me. That's my exact story. But hey, we staying on you. But
yeah,
that's my. When we telling my story, you can hear the same thing. But I understand that.
Yeah, but like everybody know, like I always was into music, into multimedia, and you know, it's just crazy that here we are, 2024. This is like the new norm. Everywhere you go, you hear somebody say, "Oh, I need content. I'm shooting content." Like that's just what it is. Because you know, you either a consumer or you're making the content.
Right.
So,
right.
And here I boil it right back down to entrepreneurship. You know, we got to get people in tune. We trying to build a whole spectrum, build a whole you know, platform.
Mm-hmm.
and for people to just tune into what we doing. Because
you
we just
say-
do this on the regular.
No,
like,
this
like
day to day. This day to day. We
10
do
to
this
20 times. Like if you go through our call log, we probably call each other 10, 20 times a day. Like
a day. And this is the topic.
Yeah. So
this is exactly the
so we just taking it from off the phone and putting it on video for y'all to dissect. You know, y'all could chime in too. But you know, and like you say, we could bring in other different people. Y'all to see them rotating. But everyone,
depending
you know,
on the topic.
Yeah. You know,
and then whoever want to tell you, if you want to tell your story,
this the platform.
This
is the platform.
We ain't cutting you off. This the platform.
Yeah.
So you said you played a little bit of football in high school. Any when you was graduating, any offers like
coming out of high school, like I had some interest, you know, couple of smaller schools. The thing for me was like, you know, most of the players in high school, they playing from a young age. Like I didn't start playing football until I got to high school. So picture me 9th grade, I always wanted football. You know what I'm saying? I always liked football, and I just find the coach and was like, hey, I want to play. When I talked to the coach, the first thing he told me was like, where you been? We've been practicing all season. Where you been? That time I didn't even know what's going on. I don't even know. I just thinking when the season start, that's when practice start. Or when school start, that's when practice start.
Practice is going on from summer. Summertime practice going on. Spring. It really starting in spring.
Yeah.
You know? And then you got summer. And
so we going from there. And I just ended up getting on the team, you know, played JV for a little bit, probably like a year or two. Worked my way up to varsity. From there we had a couple schools reach out, you know, schools in like DC area.
Right.
But for me, it was just like I went to like schools that was like majority. People will call them, what they call them? POWs.
Right. Yeah.
Predominantly. Or PWOs, predominantly white.
Predominantly
white schools. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was like going from high school into college. I just wanted like something different, dog. Like it's like I seen what it is like growing up. You know, I learned a lot from being at those schools too. So I guess I went from one extreme to the next, like from a predominantly white school to a HBCU, and I feel like that's what molded me into like.
Diversity.
You know what I'm saying? I get to understand.
That'll give you some versatility out of this world because some parts of that I still uncomfortable with, but I understand exactly what you're saying. So diversity in that. How was it? So you went to FAMU.
FAMU.
You graduated from FAMU. Hey, let me tell you something. I always tell people like if you graduate from FAMU, you could graduate from Harvard. Why you say that? Not because of the work.
What?
The distractions in Tallahassee.
Yeah, Tallahassee's a special place.
I remember Steve Harvey was on Kings of Comedy. He's like Monday night prayer meeting, Tuesday Bible study, Wednesday that's Tallahassee in the party world. Monday night block party. Tuesday night house party. Wednesday. We ain't even get to the weekend yet. We partying every single. So to be able to say, okay, I left high school. I ain't with mommy them no more.
I'll tell you that.
Right? And I go into college by myself in Tallahassee. I don't know if people really know what's going on, but Tallahassee? Okay.
But I can tell you, like, when I think about the people who, like, start off, you know, because I had, like, a couple of people who come from the schools where I was at, and they went to Tallahassee. When I think about the circle or the people that I knew that started off at FAM and actually graduate at FAM, bro, I could count on one hand. And it ain't all the 5 fingers. Like,
out of 5,000, you can count on one hand.
I could count on one hand, bro.
But I understand why.
Yeah,
what I'm saying. So that's why I compare. That's why I made the comparison.
Yeah.
It's not because of the work, but that work becomes so much harder because of the distractions that's going on. But even to tie into that, like when we get into my story, you'll see how valuable Tallahassee was for me in my realm. But yeah. you never stay. You always all right. So from high school, you said everyone knew you for the music.
Yeah.
So in college, like, did that transfer? How did the music side of it
Yeah,
give you
so
that? You know,
so in college, like, I really wanted to go to like a music school, like a Full Sail, or I think I was
right?
looking at
Yeah,
Berkeley
yeah,
out in,
yeah.
in, in California.
Hmm.
But just talking with my folks and whatnot, they just was like, we got to figure out something that's financially realistic, is you know
Hmm.
what I'm
Hmm.
saying.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
then you want to be broad when you go into school too. You don't
Right,
want to be too concentrated, because
right,
getting out and trying to get into that field, that could be like a whole nother ball game.
right,
So
right, right, right.
I felt like business, like I said, with the entrepreneur background that I had, I felt
Right.
like that was more
Important.
general,
And I mean,
and I could take that and apply that to wherever. So
well, the music is more business
yeah, I tell you,
than it is
music
music. So
business.
all we can get into all of that, but
Yeah,
I'm just saying. So
yeah,
that should have been a plus for you in the long run,
yeah,
like to
yeah,
say, like,
yeah.
I
Absolutely.
made that route. And
Yeah.
did you ever stop making music?
No, 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 no. And not only that, while I was at FAM studying business administration, I ended up finding out that FAMU had courses that I could
Oh,
take. So I ended up kind of like minoring in music. And FAMU, they're real good on their program, their
right,
music business program. It's gotten a lot better since I've even graduated.
right,
But you know, my day to day or week to week was, some days we in the studio, we setting up microphones to mic drums, and we learned just different studio etiquette
right,
while being at the school. So like I
right,
say, I'm taking both of those and just applying it to the real world. I feel
right.
like that's the best thing you could do coming out of college or going into college. Like you just got to figure
Facts.
out how you networking is number one,
Number one,
and then from there is just taking what you've learned in school and applying it to the real
real
world.
world,
So
right, right. So
yeah.
when what are like some like major accomplishments may you feel as though you had in the music world per se?
All right, so in the music world, this is something crazy because I was looking this up today, and I was like, "Now, we about to do this podcast. What are some accomplishments that I could say that I've done?" So, just looking today, like I've engineered songs. The songs that I've engineered have generated over 30 million streams, like worldwide.
Whoa.
Like I didn't even know that numbers until I looked today, and I was like, "Dang!" But when you in it, you don't
No, no,
really
no, no.
thinking of the
Real time.
accomplishments or
Real
no nothing like that. You just trying to, what I'm saying, keep
real
your
time.
nose down and keep focused.
Right.
So
Real time.
for me, it was just like down 30 million worldwide, and I'm still going. Like
Mm-hmm.
I ain't lost a step yet. Like
Right.
I
You
still
still
feel
getting
like
better.
I still
Right.
feel like I just started.
Right. 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 So like 30 million streams, you had to have like a big artist in that somewhere.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Most definitely, I was fortunate to work with a guy by the name of 350 him.
Mm-hmm.
He was out of Lakeland, Florida. I
Mm-hmm.
met him while at school. Rest in peace to him. He's no longer here with us.
Rest in
Um,
peace, C50. I
yeah,
know him
yeah,
personally too. We can get
mm-hmm.
into all of that too.
Yeah, all of
I
that.
just
But
kind of get a little away, but yeah.
and then I'll probably try to bring someone on the platform to kind of like tell his story, and we
Right.
could kind of like
Dissect it.
figure out like how we got connected and whatnot. But
Right.
yeah, like me and him linking up. And it's like we was off to the races. He ended up getting a record deal. He ended up getting a record deal with Motown Records, and I kind of was like just there to coach him, you know what I'm saying? Just giving any knowledge on the music business that I had
Right.
and just projecting it on him
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of guiding him in that sense. But, we did some really big things. Like I
Right.
say, it ain't many artists that could tell you they signed a record deal,
Right.
$1 million record deal.
Facts. Facts.
But
Facts.
yeah,
But you
so
being a little humble with it too. I understand that's your personality because
yeah,
I know a little bit more about that situation too. But
yeah,
yeah, you did a lot.
yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah, you did a lot more so than the music.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
I feel as though like I'm bringing it up right now because you say you graduated from FAMU with a business administration degree,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel as though that was one of the situations where you could have applied
Mm-hmm.
the
Yep,
business
yep,
degree to the
exactly.
situation. Well, even if you knew about it or not,
Yeah.
you knew how to find the information, and that's what school
Mm-hmm.
does. It ain't gonna tell you everything, but
No.
it's gonna tell you how to go in the right direction to find what you need to find at times and stuff too. So
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and that's
So
dope, dude.
yeah, so from there, and just doing the music thing, but like I got 2024, I still got different goals. Like, I want to
Right.
get to my first plaque.
Right.
I haven't got a plaque yet, but I'm definitely on the way to all of that. And I haven't let up yet. So,
Right. You was affiliated with a plot because you know through connections and
oh
everything.
yeah,
You
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah,
affiliated, but
yeah, man.
but
But I
you're
talking
yo,
one
yeah,
where it
you,
got my
yeah,
name,
yeah, yeah,
Willie
yeah,
Waters for
yeah.
D.B.D
Right.
Entertainment.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
which is coming soon. But yeah, man. So
That's
that's
what's up.
me in like a nutshell. I produce, write music, engineer, and drop my own music. I just dropped the record, matter of fact, like last week.
Mm-hmm.
Cause called Never Felt That Way. Y'all go check that out on all streaming platforms.
Mm-hmm.
So
What that record is really about.
that record is kind of like real personal for me, man. It was like I'm just telling the story of I had my first child, which is my son. He's the third. We call him Trey.
Right.
He was born in 2022, December 1st.
Mm-hmm.
So that song, I'm just speaking about how I found out, that I had a child on the way, and just going through the whole situation from his birth to present day and his first birthday. It's like just seeing him grow up and watching him grow up, and it's just kind of like me shedding light into the whole story and
Right.
the whole backstory of
Right.
him growing up.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
dope.
So it's a real personal record, but anyone that has a baby or has a child on the way, like you gonna feel something listening to that song,
Right.
man. So most definitely, y'all get a chance, go check that out.
Right.
Willie Waters, Never Felt This Way.
Right. That's what's up. That's what's up. You got a
Mhm.
dope story. I mean, there's a lot
And
more
it's
to the
still
story, but
going.
I know, yeah,
It's
still building,
still going.
still building up.
But shoot, from that, man, let's get into your story. Tell them your name
Um,
and
but it's
everything.
G-STAT.
hmm
You know,
What that stand for?
stat, stay
Yeah.
true and true.
All right.
Stay true and true. But I mean, I created that acronym.
Yeah.
You know, I had a friend, Lep.
Mm.
Yeah, he passed away too. This is April 30th, 2009. That's the one who really gave me the name or whatever. But my name is Gregory, so
Mm.
he cut it short to G.
Yeah.
And then whatever we had it going on, like he called me G-Status, so
Mm.
it went from G-Status to G-Stat.
Mm.
And then I created the acronym because
Yeah.
I like acronyms. I then created about 20 acronyms for D.B.D. But it's it came from something which I'm gonna get into. But as far as me, but I was born in Miami. I was a Dade County baby.
Yeah.
But I was only here for about 2 weeks before mommy them carried me back home. You know how that is. So
Where's home?
Bimini.
Okay.
Bimini Bahamas is my home.
Yeah.
I'm from Bimini. Prideful. Everyone who know me know that. Prideful. Bad. Like Bimini come first. They had the Bahamas. I from the Bahamas, but I got that Bimini pride in me too.
Yeah.
But I was back to Bimini. But I grew up in Freeport, Bahamas. That's
Okay.
where I went to school. But every break we went back to Bimini. And in
Yeah.
the summertime, come over to Miami to do shopping and so forth and go back. But
Yeah.
I grew up in the Bahamas, in Freeport, Bahamas. I went to Mary Star High School. I said Mary Star High School. I went to Mary Star School, elementary, primary school, and Catholic High until the 10th grade.
Yeah.
Until the 9th grade. I did my last year was the 9th grade in Catholic High. And then I moved to the U.S. from there. Well, I went to school over here from the 10th grade on to sophomore, my senior year. As far as music is concerned and so forth, like anyone in the Bahamas could tell you, like who I went to school with, like music was, yeah. Everyone know rap. Like any information they wanted on rap and so forth, they know they could come to me for it. Like I had all the double XLs, all the Sauce magazines. Anyone who had a verse of the month, I was the first one to know. 5 mics on the album, I was the first one to know. Like I was always a hip hop junkie.
and that's coming at a time when what was the predominant
Reggae,
genre in the Bahamas at that time?
reggae. But I think especially Freeport. If
Yeah.
anyone know Bahamas, they know Freeport is rap first.
Mm.
Like we were the rap scene for like listening to rap
Yeah.
before every other island. We was more on rap, but my generation was the shift per se into like rap, and I was at the forefront of that. Like I always, my older brother was a reggae head, so I know all the reggae songs. I love reggae. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
But I was a
plenty
rap
songs
fan.
from
I was a
everywhere.
rap fan, you know.
Yeah.
So anyone who know me know I always trying to put together raps. I was always in the rap. Anything you want to know about the music industry, you got to check me from way back then. Even though I was in the Bahamas and this hip hop was going on in the U.S., they could check me for the music, you know. So that was my stake. And I moved over here in the 10th grade, and that's when it kind of like amplified. So I moved over here. I always still loving rap and music and all that and hip hop. And then I met Checkmate. If anyone didn't know Checkmate the Great or whatever, like that's like a family member to me and so forth. And we kind of like started like putting rhymes together and making the music and so forth and doing all that extra stuff. But I ain't gonna tell you no lie, babe. My mommy sent me $100 a month for school. And if you do the math,
Stop talking fool, bro.
but yeah, I tell you, $100 a month. If you do the math,
Boy.
that's $5 a day in school. Mommy don't play. Mommy say I need $5 for lunch. I never buy lunch.
But hold on. And lunch in Miami, that's free though. That ain't free?
It's free depending on it's free to a certain extent, but I didn't care about lunch. Like I could eat, but you know, that wasn't like the money that she sent.
Yeah.
I use that for studio time. So if you do the math, it's $100. It's $100 a month. My mom used to send me,
Boy.
because she structured like that. You only $5 a day for school. 4 weeks in a month, 5 days in the school week. 25 times 4 is 100. Mommy don't play. 20. So my $25. Shout out to Shocker. That's the first studio we started going to. Shocker Studios. I don't know where you is, wherever you is, Shocker. If you ever see this video, you know what time it is.
Shout out to Shocker.
Yeah, you know Shocker too.
Yeah, what?
So we used to catch the bus. Shocker would have the studio in Ives Dairy.
Yeah.
When I was living in Miami Lakes. And my brother used to give me $1.50 for the all-day bus pass. So we could use the bus for the entire day. That was like a journey for us every Saturday. So I used to save my money from Monday to Friday, $5 a day. $25. I got my 1 hour for studio time. Now my brethren had his 1 hour for studio time. We had 2 hours. So now this journey, we getting us 9 o'clock in the morning so we could get to the studio by 12. Because we got to catch 3 buses.
Boy, 3 buses to get to the studio?
Hey, 15 years old. I always wanted to be a man. I ain't never always wanted to be man. This was the journey for me. And we couldn't wait to do this every Saturday. But I'm just trying to say, I'm only telling you how much music is a part of my life, per se. Like, you know? And
you won't let no obstacles stop you.
No, and that's where D.B.D kind of like came from, per se. You know? One day we was in a room talking, and then he was like, you know, we should name the camp Dat Before the Zona. And I was like, whoa, that's dope, but it's scary.
Yeah.
For the
so
general
anytime
public.
people hear death, it's kind of
like for the people, but I understand what we're dealing with, because like if I'm in it, I'm in it. Like I ain't going against you.
No,
you can ride. So like I understand it, but that's like, and that's where D.B.D came from. That's where so many acronyms came from. But anyway, that was the foundation of it and so forth. And so after that or whatever, we did whatever, and then I kind of took a different route in life. You see, eventually we'll talk about that too. But one thing I can say is you never changed from the music, even when I did. You never changed from the music, and that's when you went to Tallahassee and so forth or whatever.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, that's me as far as like music is concerned and so forth. You know, so we came up with a name, and then we dissected in the D.B.D and so forth. And back to the Tallahassee situation, and I ended up going up to Tallahassee, and that changed my life because I had a different perspective on the music. It's like I understood music. I want to do music. and so forth, but I didn't understand the business behind it and what it took to actually get to the next level.
Yeah.
So like Tallahassee is what did that for me. Like when I went to Tallahassee, like you were already there with some promoters and so forth,
Yeah.
and that's when I went up there, that kind of like changed my life. It showed me like perspective. It showed me like where we were
Yeah.
and where we needed to
To
be.
be. Yeah. Yeah.
You
Gotcha.
know what I
Gotcha.
mean? So, as far as like from that aspect, like I knew that we weren't where we were supposed to be, and then I figured out what we need to do to get where we need to be.
Yeah.
So, by being up there and seeing the shows, doing the shows, and being around that environment, and then trying to figure out how could I implement what I need to while sticking with what I have to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's where the shows and so forth came from. So I know a lot of people from where I'm from, they would know about B.U.I Miami. That's a show that was created. But Tallahassee influenced me to make that. And the reason why is because it showed me that no matter how big you are, no matter how big you would ever get, like your foundation would always be where you're from.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like Jay-Z's a billionaire right now.
Yeah.
Billionaire right now. He's never gonna diss Brooklyn.
No.
That's his foundation. So it's like building a house. You got the foundation in your home. That's not gonna go anywhere. But if the big bad wolf come one day, they could blow all the walls down. But they can't blow the foundation down. So you got to make sure that the foundation is solid. And that's where B.U.I came from. B.U.I is a Bahamian word that nobody know how to spell. But I got the right spelling.
Hold
It's
on.
B.U.I.
Hold on. And you say BUI too, but that's another acronym too. Eh?
That's an acronym. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's how I can tell you. I know how to spell B.U.I.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody else know how to spell B.U.I. The way I spell B.U.I is the right way.
How you spell it?
B.U.I.
Oh, why you spell it like that? What about people who say BUI? That ain't how you spell BUI. But it's
They wrong.
B-E-Y.
They wrong.
That sound like B to me. That sound like Beyonce, and that's what it's called.
B. But B.U.I. Bahamas United International. Where that came from?
Say that again.
Bahamas
So
United
that's powerful.
International. Why? Where that came from? Traveling across the world in different places. And anyone know that you Bahamian? If they know anything about the Bahamas, the first thing they try to say is BUI. So that means that BUI kind of connects us to the world.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So that's where the name BUI came from.
True.
Now, the acronym came from, if this is the word that connects us to the world, then this is show us how we need to be together abroad.
Yeah.
It's like, we need unity abroad. It's not much of us. We're powerful, small in stature, but big in impact. Small in stature, but big in impact. You could look if you look on the world stages, you can see the Bahamas, but if you look on the map, you can't see it. You understand? It's that small. But if you look on the world, if you look at them stats in the world, you can go in the NBA. You got Buddy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
More coming up behind him too.
More coming up behind him. Shout out to VJ. Y'all know he's a big VJ. Bimini again. Anyway, Bahamas.
242 to the world.
Okay, I can tell you that right now. So yeah, but Tallahassee changed my life. Tallahassee changed my life.
In what aspects you say Tallahassee changed your life?
It showed me what needed to be done. What I was doing, thought was needed, and it showed me you wasn't doing shit. That's what Tallahassee showed me. But you joking? You understand what I'm saying? Because now I going in. Now we having these meetings, and these people are 4 and 5 years old, younger than me.
Yeah.
But they talking like they're 4 and 5 years older than me. I had a problem with that. But a good problem.
Yeah.
Not a bad problem. I had a good problem with that. It's like, whoa, you behind the 8 ball, bro.
Yeah.
And then the creativity and so forth, because I'm a creative person, with the creativity and so forth, that's to see like, I might have a creative thought that it's within me. I don't mean nothing. Then I see this, they actually exerting these creative thoughts. Like all of that changed my mindset, and then how you promote, how you would do things, and that it changed my life completely. And it let me know how it changed me. In a nutshell, is it made me a believer.
Yeah.
I know that it could be done.
Yeah.
And like that was like the icing on it. I really knew it could be done. And that was it from there, you know?
It's crazy that you say that, but like when I think back now, I always remember my elementary school principal. She always used to say on the end of the call when she ended announcement, she used to say, "You must believe to achieve.
Mm-hmm.
You must believe to achieve." And you know, we used to take that for joke because we
Right.
always knew she would say it,
Mm-hmm.
and we kind of like, "Oh, watch her say this, watch her say this." But now that's kind of like, as I grow up, I live by that, bro.
Right.
Like seeing is believing. Like
Right.
you have to see
Right.
it in order to believe
Right.
and know that, but it could be obtained.
Right.
So by any means, like
But
any
Tallahassee was my vision.
yeah, yeah.
My vision was blurred before that.
Blur.
Blurry. But it showed me my vision and it let me know, like, oh boy, like
Mhm.
you don't need to be doing what you're doing, and this is what you need to be doing. So you need to find a way to do this and live, you know, and not trying to change everything with me, you know.
Mhm.
Anyone know me? Like I live by D.B.D. You ain't gonna see me without seeing D.B.D. Every time I dress up, everywhere I go, I don't care what I wearing. It could be a button down and a suit. D.B.D. somewhere on that apparel. Even if I have to put it on the tie, on the little, it is what it is. I walk and live by my brand, you know, and
Yeah.
it is what it is.
What?
Yep.
Frank Lucas say that's a brand name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like, you know, that, you know, doing shows and so forth. Yeah, I mean that's I kind of like Tallahassee changed that and kind of like make what you see today.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like make what you see today. You know.
So what you think, like, you know, we just start off the year, we still in January. Like what's some goals and aspirations that you got for this year and shoot for the next 5 years too? For the brand and you personally.
Where they continue to grow.
Yeah.
Where they continue to grow, all right, you know, and then like we had a good situation going on with 350 and like, you know, as far as like the brand is concerned, like we want to still stay in that direction too, you know. Artist development.
Yeah.
You know, that's what we really
I feel like that's a neglected area of the music business right now too.
It is. It's very neglected.
Cause it's kind of like the big wigs, they kind of spoil now.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, all right, you come to me already ready, and then I just pour gasoline on the fire.
Yeah.
So
So like, yeah. So that's what we can get you ready to get the gasoline pouring.
Yeah, for the big leagues.
You know? And I feel as though like that's a big part of the game that's missing too because of all the accessibility and so forth. You know, I'm not saying that you can't do it, but it ain't easy.
No.
You know.
No, you need a team.
You need a team.
You need a team to get anything done. Because like a one-man band, and then nobody's gonna take you seriously if you're a one-man band either. Like, they have to know it's other people that believe in you too to make the vision seem even bigger. It's like, all right, if you hire a videographer, right, and let's say he charge you $500. And he show up to the shoot and it's just him. You like, man, I pay this $500, dog. It's just him and the camera. Now you feel like you could have did it.
Yeah.
Now you feel like you could have did it.
But he put up with a team.
But if that same videographer
it's a wrap.
Put up with 5 other people and he told you, bro, I ain't coming out the house for $2,500, you gonna say, I bet, here go, $2,500. When you see him show up and he got the guy setting up all the lights, he got another guy on sound, he got the boom in the hand, you got another guy in a full suit, he got the camera attached to him. He like, we ready for your close up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They got snacks on the side.
Right.
You like, boy, I feel like a superstar.
I'm about to pay $5,000 for this, not 25. It remind me of like that Martin. I don't know if you seen that Martin stand up back in the day when he was like, when he put up, he was like, he went to the grocery store. I can't remember the joke verbatim, but I remember the foundation of it. So he's like, I went to the grocery store. When I pull up in the grocery store, I was like, hey sir, can you tell me where's the sugar? He didn't even look at me. You know, see, but if I pull up in there with 10 of us, and they be like, "Hey, can you tell us where the shit? Hey, it's an aisle 3. You know, it's the difference. It's a total different ball game when you when you got a strategic team, like when you have a team, it's a totally different ball game.
Strength in numbers.
You know? Strength in numbers.
Strength in numbers.
You know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. That's what it is. And in a nutshell, so how you feel about the podcast?
In what sense?
What's your goals for the podcast?
So my goals for this podcast is like just have a platform to where we can speak freely. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can tell you how I feel, and I ain't care how you feel about it.
Right.
These my thoughts. I'm not asking you to agree with me.
Right.
And if you disagree with me and you want to debate back and forth, we could do that too.
Right.
We ain't get disrespectful,
No.
but you know what I'm saying? Like it's just a place to have conversation. And,
right.
You know, open up dialogue.
Right.
So that's what I want this platform to be. You know, we'll talk about sports. Of course, we're gonna talk about the music. That's the foundation. But you know, like
and everyday life. Like you know, you may have a situation like with everyday life, like current events, so forth. But the foundation of it, of course, could be music. Entertainment is the foundation.
Yeah,
whatever entertains you.
I live by that.
Like, you know.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's what's going on.
We gonna get it rocking.
Yeah. Talk that. Talk that.